Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on Two Ordinary Guys. I hope you guys are well. So I know you guys are moving into university this week, and some have actually moved already into university last week if you're on medical courses, you know, paramedic science, nursing. So I know how I felt when I moved into university. I was terrified and I didn't know what to expect, and I kind of went into university with a blindfold over my eyes basically. So I wanted to put together some tips and tricks and make you guys feel as comfortable as possible about university moving day, but also just give you a heads up on some things that you might expect, if that makes sense. So go grab a hot drink, cup of tea, coffee, or a cold drink, and watch to the end because I do say some really good tips at the end as well. Also going through kind of what you will expect on your first day moving into university. If you can like and subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing. I am a student nurse, recently transferred from paramedic science, so I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel and follow my journey to beyond. Before moving day. So before university moving day, there are some really important things that maybe you haven't considered or you might leave until the last minute that actually will add to the stress of moving day. Some things that really helped me is getting all of the documents that I needed that university have asked me to bring along on moving day for registration, and put them in like a folder and put them maybe in the glove box of the car, or however you're getting to university moving day, to put them there ready, because if you're moving all your stuff in and then accidentally you pick it up and put it in a box on moving day, it's going to be really stressful when you're trying to move all your stuff in and you can't find the documents that you need. So definitely put them safe and get them ready beforehand. I'd also really recommend having a group chat or finding your hall, the people that you're living with in halls, because then you can, you know, get to know each other. You can say what time you're moving in, so you can arrange like a time slot so you all move in together. I don't know the protocols about obviously the pandemic going on at the moment, but I'd really recommend, you know, liaising with your friends in the group chat so you kind of know when people are moving in, and it'll make that university experience that less stressful. But also some things that maybe people don't take into consideration is the first week of university can be really lonely. So before you actually move in, you know, talk to your family that, you know, are helping you move in, or friends, or whoever you have closest to you, and kind of arrange a time that you're going to call back after you've moved in, because the feeling you have when you've moved in and your family go is a really strange feeling, and it can become very lonely if you have that feeling for the week. So make a time in that week where you call home, write to home, call someone to help bring you back to the family life. When you arrive, there'll be many people around campus. These are normally student or student ambassadors, as we call them. They have jobs at the university. They get paid hourly to come and help you guys and maybe ask any questions when you do move in. These are really helpful for when I moved in, because I had quite a lot of stuff, as many people did, in their car, and they actually helped me carry stuff up from my boot up to the accommodation. They also can show you where your accommodation is, the best places to park, so you're nearest to your accommodation, and just if you have any general any queries. So when you do move in, you may want to ask them where the lecture halls are or where the canteen is, and they'll take you around and maybe give you a tour around the university if you ask. I know that they do big tour groups like on open days at university moving day, but if you just want one with one of the ambassadors, I'm sure they'll do that for you. So normally before you actually move in on the day, so you'll drive down in the morning, you've packed all the car, which is, I know, stressful in itself. You'll drive down on the day, and normally you have to register yourself as a student before you enter, because you'll be given an ID card. This will then give you access to your university halls. Some universities do it different, so you can maybe contact the university beforehand to see kind of the regime that you need to follow beforehand, but you'll have to register first, go and get your ID card, have your picture taken, so make sure you look presentable, which I didn't. I came in like joggers and a sort of top, and sort of done my hair very briefly because I was tired the night before, because I didn't have that much sleep, and then had my picture taken, and I was like, no. So that's tip number one. So the documents that I mentioned earlier, when you, like I said, put them in the glove box, you'll then give them to the university. You'll go to maybe reception and they'll tell you where to go. And then you'll register, like I said, have your picture taken, and then you'll be then officially registered as a student at the university. This will then give you access to the university hall, so you can maybe drive around and then park up and you can move in all of your stuff, which is really exciting. If you've already arranged a time, because normally at the university you have to say what time you're moving into your halls. So like I said, if you have already arranged a time with your halls and your flatmates that you're living with, then this will make it easier for the university because all of your flats moving in together, but also you'll all meet each other, you'll all move in together. Obviously you'll move in with your family or friends or whoever's moving you in, but it just makes that experience a little bit more special for your flat. I think it makes the bonding session of the moving day really special for your flat. What I really liked about moving day as well is obviously you don't just meet flatmates that you're living with for the year, you also bump into people who you're sharing accommodation with who live upstairs or even downstairs. So bearing in mind you are going to meet people, not just people that you're living with, students that are living upstairs and downstairs. These will be on all different courses, so really don't be shy. Ask, you know, say hello, so sort of say, you know, what are you studying and where are you from, and start having a conversation, because these are the people you're going to be seeing around your halls for the next year or so. So it's really important that you start building relationships up early on. I did this and I met some amazing people in halls literally from the get-go, because I started the conversation, maybe just hold the door for them as they're moving in, or if you're free and you've moved in already, maybe go and give them a hand moving their stuff in. These little things go a long way, especially on moving day when it's a really stressful time, not only for yourself but everyone who's moving in on that day. So obviously you've moved all your stuff in now and it's time to say goodbye to your family, your friends, and this was the thing that I was most worried about, and there was not that much on YouTube regarding your emotions, and because everyone's different and it's really difficult for me to say this is how I was on university moving day and when I left my family, because maybe you will react differently. I knew when my family moved me in, they sort of said goodbye. I didn't get upset, I wasn't crying, but it was a really weird feeling, because obviously you don't know when you're going to see them again, especially for me when I was doing paramedic science. We didn't have that much time off. Also as well, you're so used to being in the environment of your family, to then when you've moved in, just sitting on your bed and thinking, I'm on my own now, which is then really important for you to go and talk to your flatmates, get to know them, get out of your room, because if you just sit in your room, it's going to be a lonely day and potentially a lonely week, if not a year. I'm pretty sure that all your flatmates will be really upset, like you are, for moving out of home, and really anxious and nervous to speak to people in the flat. If you go and break the ice, I'm sure it'll be awkward for maybe 20 seconds, but after that you will kind of takes your mind away from moving from home, and then it'll make the day enjoyable. And you won't feel as anxious, if that makes sense. So as you're sitting there really anxious and not wanting to go out of your room, you're probably having someone next door to you doing the exact same thing. You know, I always say just book up the courage, sort of go into the kitchen and just sort of say hello, you know, my name is such and such, I'm studying blah blah. Like I said, if you've already created a group chat, it kind of takes away that first sort of awkwardness, and that's why I really recommend just having a group chat. And you can even put in the group chat, come on everyone, get in the kitchen, we're gonna raise a drink or have a cup of tea, or I don't know, that's probably just me being weird. One thing though I didn't take into consideration is how long the actual moving in to university would take. I was so looking forward to meeting people and seeing what my halls would look like in my room and how everyone would be reacting, and the fear of leaving my family from a university, that I actually didn't realise how long it would take to get my room looking acceptable to live in. It took about three to 4 hours, which felt like a long time because we moved in the morning, and then you kind of just want to get things rolling, and you've already made plans in the afternoon. So just bear in mind it might take a couple of hours. Don't get anxious about this. It's really important to get your room looking how you want to have it looking. So just take the time and add the little things, because those little things are really important. And bring stuff from home that reminds you of home, because sometimes you'll have difficult times at university with assignments or setbacks on assignments, and the little things from home could make a massive difference at university. Now, when you arranged your time with the university and potentially your housemates as well, don't be too upset or anxious if you're running late in traffic. The university are very aware that moving day will be very busy. I know on my university moving day, yes, it was really busy, and I did get there on time, but there was a lot of people who got stuck in traffic because University Junction was completely rammed, and there were, you know, roadworks and stuff. So don't get too anxious if you're running late. Just contact the university, let them know that you are potentially going to be running late. for your time slot, but you are on your way basically, and they'll completely understand that, and it just takes away your nerves and anxiety, the fact that you're going to be late. And if you're anything like me, I like to be punctual. I will say I'll get there at 3 o'clock and I'll actually be there at 2:30. So don't get worked up if you're running a little bit late, because the roads will be busy, which is why you need to plan a little bit more when you're actually going there. So just to take into consideration the times, because potentially, like I said, there'll be traffic. So just consider that on the actual day. I would always recommend as well that you speak to your flatmates and or the university, and see what you actually get at university, because I know a couple of people that didn't know they had a kettle. So 6 people brought a kettle and toasters, and they had 6 kettles and 6 toasters that they didn't need because they already had one available from the university. So always make sure what you get. Normally you get a kettle, a toaster, a microwave, ovens and stuff like that, but also there are some things that you can't have, like we wasn't allowed slow cookers. So just know what you can and can't bring, and also what is supplied by the university. When you pack your stuff, make sure that they're all in boxes. So when you're shoving them all in the boot, you can literally just pick up the box and take it up into your halls, rather than having things all loose on the back seat, like your lamps and stuff like that, because then you're just carrying loose stuff up. It would just save trips back and forth to the car. Also, I'd recommend when you pack your stuff in boxes, pack all like your kitchen stuff in one box, your bedroom stuff in one box, so and write on it bedroom, kitchen. So when you move in, you can just put the box in the kitchen, put one of the boxes in your bedroom and stuff like that, so you know kind of what things go where, and this adds and takes away a lot of time on the actual day. Now, a really important tip that I didn't do, and I really recommend this, is really important, is before you move in, because it's very easy, and like I did, to just move into your university halls and just throw your stuff in and make it you and make it smelling like you. That actually you need to go around and sort of take note of any damages to your halls, then any damages to your desk, because if you move in and you don't note these or take a picture and report them, actually when you move out you could potentially be paying for damages, like I did. My door handle was loose, and I didn't notice it until like the first couple of weeks, and I thought, oh, it'll be okay, they probably know about it. They didn't know about it, and it happened from someone who moved in beforehand. They damaged the door, I didn't note it, and I had to pay a small fee from my deposit that I put down. So just take note of that. If there are any damages, go around beforehand and just take a picture of them and make someone aware at the university. But amongst the anxiety and stress of when you're moving in, honestly, it's not that bad. I know I'm saying all these things, and I want you guys to have such a special day, because I really miss university moving day, and I miss halls, because the day honestly is so special and you won't have that feeling again. I really miss university halls. I would honestly recommend, take as many photos as you can and live in the moment, and always say yes to plans that are being made, because you won't always live in halls, you won't always be at university. So if you're quite an anxious person, maybe it's time to just push out your comfort zone a little bit and make plans and meet new people, because you probably won't potentially be in the situation again. So these are going to be the best 3 years of your life, I can guarantee you that. Thank you guys for watching. If you can like this video, that would be amazing. And also if you can subscribe to the channel, because I'm a very exciting part of my journey, as you guys are as well. So I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.